small business credit cards, 9 important things you must do when you get one. Whether you're a small business owner, entrepreneur, freelancer, or a leader of a multinational, you can enjoy the myriad perks of a business card. With business credit cards, you benefit from enhanced fraud protection, clearer in-time accounting and accountability, and greater payback flexibility. Find out 9 critical steps you must take after getting your business credit card. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. I hope you are doing fantastic. If you're doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today I want to talk to you about 9 important things you must do when you get a small business credit card. Number 1, add authorized users. Now that you have your business credit cards, you can request additional employee cards and you want to add authorized users. Now make sure that those authorized users have signed the proper paperwork with your legal department and HR department, because this helps your team members take care of some of the business spending for you, so you can focus on what's important for the company to thrive. You can add primary users depending upon the level, the hierarchy of the person, and secondary users, right? Make sure you explain to every user that you've added why they've been added and the accountability requirements that come with that addition. Number 2, now experts would advise you not to have more than 5 authorized users per credit card. Again, it depends on the size of your business, but try to have at least 3 or 4 primary users and 3 or 4 or 5 secondary users, so the actual numbers goes to 10. Number 2, create a spending policy. Now that policy is the cornerstone of your financial management at the company level. You want to create a spending policy that every user has to sign, and this policy will talk about everything from spending limits per user, the importance of receipts, the timing of receipts, the expense substantiation. Here I'm talking about backing up all the expenses. If there is no receipt, there has to be some kind of tracing of the expense, when it happened, why it happened, where it happened, this sort of things. Explanation channels, this is very important. How do you want your personnel to explain spending patterns? Do you want it via email, in writing, or via phone? And also an important element here is the authorization to exceed limits. So let's say you have the primary users can spend up to $5,000 and the secondary users can spend up to $3,000. If a secondary user were to exceed his or her limit, what are the procedures to first review the expense, the additional expense, to reject it or approve it? So you got to have all those elements in the spending policy. Number 3, create accountability loops. Now the accountability loop is very simple. It implies that an individual or group of primary or secondary users are held accountable, right? So you as the business owner or the supervisor, you are holding those users, those primary and secondary users, accountable. Now, first, you as the supervisor, you have to make sure the employee understands and agrees with expectations. And the expectations are laid out in the spending policy, right? Then the supervisor, you or the business owner, must provide training and resources for the employee to do the job. After that comes a follow-up with the employee to assess performance. And finally, the supervisor or the business owner, you must give feedback and ensure that the employee receives meaningful consequences, positive or negative, for performance. That's really, in theory, what an accountability loop stands for. Now, if we apply this to your small business credit card management, The first, you want to make sure all primary and secondary users understand and agree with expectations as set forth in the spending policy. Number two, you want to provide training and resources for expense management, and you give them all the tools they need to manage the credit card to the best of their ability. And number three, there has to be consequences if people are just making mistakes or they're doing intentional, they're not following the rules. There has to be consequences, and those are stuff that you should list out in the spending policy. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're having a conversation today about small business credit cards. 9 important things you must do when you get one. I've already given you 3, right? Add authorized users, create a spending policy, and create accountability loops. Number 4, before I talk about number 4, please consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't done so already, and turn on the notification bell. We provide wonderful shows like this one every single day on a variety of topics. Comment below, share, and like. Number 4, figure out your spending habits. Before you select a small business credit cards, you need to have a clear picture of how much money you spend each month, right? This should be part of your budgetary analysis. If you know this amount, you're able to have an estimate on the credit limits you need to arrange your cash flows, to monitor your cash flows. If a business credit card only gives you a small credit limit, you may have to learn how to do more with less credit until you build up your credit history, at the company level, right? Alternatively, you can also apply for a business credit card and then lines of credit with various vendors. That allows you to be more stable when it comes to your finances. Also, you want to consider where you spend the most money each month. So it's not just about knowing how much you spend in general, but it's also the main areas where the cash goes. If you purchase a significant amount of supplies, for instance, you might want to consider a cashback reward business credit cards. Number 5, identify the best card options for your business. Once you have a clear idea of your spending habits, then at this point you can start researching what types of small business credit cards are available. The great thing here is that with the internet, you have now platforms that compare and contrast credit cards for businesses, right? So you can search for lists or guides of small business credit cards rather. So you can have all the available card options, right? So this helps you see exactly what applies to you. Whether you want to choose a bank, or you want to choose an insurance company, or you want to choose a credit card provider, you want to see the one that has the solutions to keep you on top of your spending. Now, remember that you need to find cards that can specifically benefit your business. You want to look for a card that helps you run your company in more efficient way. A lot of small business owners make the mistake of picking a card just based on the fees and the rewards. No, of course, those are important too, but you also want to look at a card that fits your niche, your business from A to Z. For instance, some of the best credit cards provide quarterly and annual spending report at no additional cost, or options to download statement data directly into your accounting software. This might sound as a little thing, but it could help you a lot and save you tons of cash at the end of the year. Other factors you want to consider might be whether or not the business credit card company charges extra for additional business credit cards for employees, right? This is if you don't want to have primary users or secondary users. You want to apply for credit cards for specific employees. It's important to make sure the credit card provider is not charging you extra for those. You also want to check to see if the credit card provider, charges foreign transaction fees. All right. And think about also things like APR across business credit card choices. If you plan on paying for some of your business purchases over time. Number 6, take advantage of sign-on bonuses. When you receive your business credit card for the first time, one of the things that you want to do after opening is to decide what to do with any type of sign-up bonus offered. Right? This could be an automatic reward, or you may have to spend a certain amount during a specific period in order to get that bonus. Now, if it's a cash bonus, then you want to remember to use it after your first billing cycle. Now, some credit card providers will give you a sign-on bonuses in the forms of miles or points. So you may want to bank those miles or points for future redemptions when you have accumulated more. So either way, make sure you follow the requirements so you don't miss out on this extra rewards. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We're still having a conversation here about small business credit cards, and I'm telling you about 9 important things you must do when you get one. Number 7, review essential information about your business credit card. A lot of small business owners make the mistake of not reading the fine prints. This is a biggie. It's a big mistake. When you first get your card and you take care of any sign-on bonus, you want to review all the information that's provided with the card. The fine prints. Credit card companies, they will include a wealth of data about things like interest rate changes, introductory APR, annual fees, balance transfer, and more. If the business credit card is supposed to be the cornerstone of your financial management at the company level, you want to pay attention to it. You want to pay attention. It's essentially a contract, right? So read the agreements. When researching potential cards, keep in mind they can specifically benefit your business, right? You want to make sure that the agreements, the fine prints that is, are in sync with your business, not only operationally but also in terms of seasonality, in terms of where you are currently on the financial, on the liquidity stage, whether you are still looking for, you're looking for extra cash to run your business, or you have enough funding because you have a line of credits, you have loans, you have credit cards. So you want to look at the essential information that comes with the business credit card to make sure it fits with your company. Number 8. Now, I want you to read the fine prints on your business credit card agreements. In the last section, I was talking to you about the introductory APR, the interest rate changes, the annual fees, the balance transfer, and more, right? Those are what I will call the thick prints, the big prints. Now, let's focus on the fine prints. Think about things like bonus spending categories. Are the bonus categories capped? Different cards have similar bonus categories, but you want to figure out which card rewards you the most. Know how to claim your rewards. You want to educate yourself on special perks of your card's rewards programs. Never make assumptions, folks, because card terms and fees can change. You want to pay attention to the issuer communications. If you get a message from Bank of America or American Express or Chase or JP Morgan Chase or any other bank, your goal is to read it. Have someone reading this. This is important information. As I said earlier, this is a contract, and you want to pay attention to any change in the contract. Number 9, sign up for all apps and automated services. When you have nowadays, all small business credit cards they come with a variety of apps and automated services, and your goal is to sign up for all of them. And I mean all of them. Things like automated billing, periodic online accounting can help you a lot. So when running a business, you may inadvertently forget to pay a bill or need a more efficient way to handle all your transactions each month, right? So by taking advantage of the all apps and automated services, you're sure that your bills are paid on time, no matter whether you remember or not. And remember that you can even set up things through the apps, because all business credit card issuers nowadays, they have their own mobile apps and they offer automated payment services. So take advantage of those services so you can, access your business credit card on the go. You can monitor employee use. You can track purchases and automatic payments. You can even monitor the accumulation of rewards. All right, folks. So this was the conversation for today. I just want to quickly recap the conversation. I really appreciate you sticking with us so far. And if you love this kind of content, you love the clarity and quality of the content, please consider subscribing to our channel and turn on the notification bell so we can reach you whenever we drop a new show. And we do this every single day, rain or shine. Here is a recap, and also comment below, share, and like. Here is a recap. 9 important things you must do when you get a small business credit card. Add authorized users. Create a spending policy. Create accountability loops. Figure out your spending habits. Identify the best card options for your business. Take advantage of sign-on bonuses. Review essential information about your business credit card. Read the fine print on your business credit card agreements. And sign up for all apps and automated services. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.